Hey folks, Luxinda Swirl here. Okay, I just got some new molds and they are amazing. I had never heard of this company before, and Facebook, believe it or not, clued me into these guys. Normally I don't appreciate Facebook sticking their sponsored ads in my feed and just throwing them at me all the time. But they finally put one on my wall as I was scrolling along that I was interested in. This is a company called Zuri Designs, and I will link to their website below. They're also on Facebook. They also have, I believe, a YouTube channel, so I'll put all the links below. They make the most gorgeous, intricate molds I have ever seen. I mean, they're just devastatingly beautiful. They are not shiny, they are matte, but I mean, whoa. Look at that. Is that not cool? I hope you can see this. There. Now you can see the detail a little bit. Aren't they amazing? I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. And I left the information on so you could see that these are oven safe up to 464 degrees, freezer safe down to minus 104, non-stick, no coating that comes off in your resin. And they're food grade. So people use these for fondant, obviously not fondant and then something else like resin. Some people just do fondant. Some people just do resin. There are people using clay or a stone-like material to get casts of these. I mean, just amazing art out there. And they tell you the finished product size in inches and millimeters. The only thing they don't tell you that I wish all mold makers would do, this is just my personal pet peeve about molds, why can't you just send the mold with how much resin I'll need? Just give me, it can be in ounces, it can be in milliliters. I will do the conversion myself if necessary. Just tell me. So I don't have to take the extra 2 steps of pouring water in, measuring it, waiting for the mold to dry before I can pour resin into it, or fondant or anything else. You know, that would be so huge if mold makers started doing that. So there, I'm just gonna put that out there in the universe and see if it happens. I think this is gorgeous. So this one is called Fire Breather. It's a dragon, in case you couldn't tell. This one, I sort of got thinking about one of my followers here on YouTube who has asked, there have been a couple requests for a dragonfly. So when I saw that Zuri had this mold with butterfly and 2 dragonflies in it, I thought, oh yeah. So I have this one, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and this one, I think, well, I was really excited when I first saw the dragon, but then I saw this one, it's like, oh my gosh, or stronger language than that. The Enchanted Castle, look at that. It's got a little piece of fur on there. I need to clean it off. But look at that. Now I think, when I look at this, I think Emerald City. Granted, these are dragons, not flying monkeys, but still, for some reason, this makes me think Emerald City. So I may go with that the first time I use this. Anyway, I wanted to show these to you. Now I'm going to wash them with, very gently, warm water and some soap. And then I'm going to let them dry and take them out on the deck and spray them with mold release. And then we'll come back. I won't make you watch all of that. Then we'll come back and we are gonna start using these. So stay tuned. Look at how gorgeous. Look at those. Look at them. Whoa, baby. Okay, so here are my initial ideas for coloring. I'm going to start, I will use these molds in many different ways, I'm sure. I'm going to start with brushing in my chrome micas because I think this should be stunning. And that's how I want to start. Something I'm actually a little familiar with. So in the dragon, I'm thinking chrome turquoise, chrome light purple, and chrome gold. Possibly, so let's do a seagrass also. Okay, and then over here, for the butterfly and the 2 dragonflies, I'm thinking some combination of chrome black, red, blue, purple, and holographic teal. I may also borrow some colors from, you know, because over here I'm thinking vivid hollow jade for the city, but also gold. So I will be using the gold over here as well in like the spires. Silver for the moon, and for the dragons I want one in purple and one in, I'll borrow the blue for one of the dragons, purple for the other. So that's kind of sort of how I'm thinking. And I'm just going to be brushing these in with, I have now accumulated a few of these, and I also have these incredibly small detail brushes from Island Micas and More that come with the chromes when she sends them. So we have lots of brushes to use, and I'm really excited, and let's get started. I'm going to do one at a time and try and keep the overflow chrome dust from getting on the others as I go. So, starting with the dragon. Now, what to put where, you guys? This is all so exciting, I don't know actually what to do. Look at the detail in these molds. Look at how beautiful. Just so gorgeous. And you know, one of the other things that I love about this company is their molds are not necessarily cheap, but compared to a lot of other mold makers I have purchased from, these molds are really not that expensive either. I mean, at first, when this ad first came up on my Facebook feed, I thought for sure it was going to be, I don't know, minimum of $50 for one of these, and that's not the case. And right now, they're having a Christmas 10% off sale. So again, check the link below. I think you might be very, very pleasantly surprised. I know I was. Hey, we're back. We're still doing those, but before I start mixing and pouring resin, I wanted to get another experiment going. What I'm going to do, I have all these beautiful new bottles of acrylic ink in pearlescent colors. So let's run through them real quick. I have Autumn Gold, Sun Orange, Volcano Red. I also have Platinum Pink, Silver Pearl, Hot Mama Red, Sky Blue, Moon Violet, Macaw Green, Galactic Blue. I love blue, you know that, right? Waterfall Green, and look, another blue, Sun Up Blue. So I'm going to shake these all up, and I am going to put 1 drop of each, if I can control the droppers that well. A drop of each, or as close to a drop as I can get, into this mold here, using the whole surface of the mold. Let it dry, and then, whoa! Flailing my hands around. And then when we pour the black resin into these Zuri molds, we'll pour probably leftover black resin into this mold, because I'm guessing I'll have extra. I usually do. And then when we do our big demolding reveal thing, we will see how this looks as well with all these inks. I'm really curious. I've done acrylic ink in resin and dropped onto resin and then allowed to dry as the resin cured, but I have not done it into a mold, let it dry, and then pour the resin on top. So that's what this experiment is. So I just wanted to explain what I was doing before I started doing it. Now I really will stop dropping things on there and I'll let it dry. Look everyone, we're back. We have some of these gorgeous molds to unmold. Yay! I will save the overspill. Now you saw me put the black in here that was left over from these pours, and I did another video at the same time with all these other colors, and since the black wasn't nearly enough to fill the bottom layer of this mold, I added all the other leftover resin to it. But first, I want to see how these turned out. I'm so excited about these. I hope they look good. I hope so. Come on, you can do it. This has been more than 12 hours, but it's still, as you can see, pretty bendy. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Admittedly, it doesn't have a shine. These aren't shiny molds. They are matte. And I knew that going in, but I think that is stunning. Look at that. And what can you do with that, you want to know? You could put that on a canvas. You could put that on a tray. You could put that on a box. You can put it on any flat surface you want. You can even, honestly, since it's still bendy, curve it around and put it on a bottle. I know people are doing these things with these molds. I've seen them. You could put that on a flagon. Then you would have a flagon with a dragon. And in it would be The Brew That Is True. Who can tell me that movie reference without looking it up on Google? Only if you know it for real. Okay, so there's our gorgeous dragon. Let's see how our Emerald City turned out. Actually, you know what? Let's do the bugs. We'll do the little ones first. Let's see how our bugs turned out. Dragonfly number 1. I did pretty well with the not too much overspill. There we go. A little bit of flashing, but that's easy. That can come off because it's very shallow. It can come off very easily with a craft knife. My fingers aren't doing it, but a craft knife would do a great job there. Isn't that pretty? And then you can epoxy resin over it. You could UV resin over it. You could just varnish over it. Again, you could attach this to a shelf, a tray, a canvas, a box, pretty much anything, and then varnish the whole thing, and it would be gorgeous. See the sparkles. There's one. And we'll do the other dragonfly. I love this mold. I love all these molds. I can't wait to get more. There's the red and teal. That was a questionable color combo, but I thought, you know, I'm gonna go with it, see what happens. That's beautiful. Okay, now our butterfly. Oh, I got my purple eyes. That worked. Not crazy about the light green. Is that what that was, the light green? I think so. It's pretty. I like the teal stripe underneath. But again, tacking this onto something, anything, and by tacking it on, I mean, you could use UV resin, although you would have to be able to get the UV light or black light into the spot. It would be a little tricky. You would need, if you were going to put it on a clear tray, for example, then you could shine the light up from underneath to cure the UV resin. So your better bet is to use something like the super glue or the, what's it called, the 6000 glue that bonds anything and everything. That would work great. Okay, now Emerald City, here we come. These little dragons, these were tricky because they're small, so there's a lot of flashing on this. And some overflow with my city. All right, well, let's just leave that one in place. Well, I guess it connected both of them. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident, but I'll take it. A happy accident, maybe. Ooh, look at that. Oh, can you see that? Here. Try it here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. I love it. Now I have to take the flashing off, obviously. Again, really easy with a craft knife because these are pretty thin pieces. So that is going on a box. Beautiful wood box with this on it. And then the whole thing varnished. Oh my gosh, that's going to be gorgeous. Stunningly gorgeous. I love these molds. Here's our dragon. Our beautiful flying insects. There we go. All right, final test. What does resin on acrylic ink look like when demolded? Or no, I'm sorry. What does the acrylic ink look like under the resin? Oh, that is cool. Look, that is so cool. Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it. That's fantastic. Look at that. I don't know why I'm so surprised, but that looks cooler than anything I was expecting. Wow. Oh, I absolutely love how all of this turned out. This is so gorgeous. At some point in a video in the future, I am going to take one of these and I'm going to go through with the box that I just talked about. We're going to put one of these or maybe both of them on a box and varnish it and paint everything, and it will be gorgeous. I tell you, gorgeous. Thanks everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.